Hello and welcome to the Fantasy Beer Name Podcast, episode 22, I think.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
I'm Chris.
I'm Paul.
And as ever, this podcast is sponsored by Mosaic Board Print, Europe's leading beer mat manufacturers. For those of you who are watching the podcast, you can see laid out in front of us, we have done a bit of set dressing with...
You say set dressing, we've done what we usually do, which is just throw a bunch of our own beer mats out in front of the camera.
I think we're due to get some more, actually.
We need to get some new beer mats.
Especially with the thing that we've got lined up.
Oh my God, we'll talk about that later.
That's what you call a hook, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so we've just cracked a beer.
Yeah, we've just cracked a beer, and I just want to point out the time as we're recording this. It's 9:30 at night. I came round to start the recording to your place at 7:30. And so for 2 hours, we've been fanning around with technology, trying to get things to work, which we failed miserably at. And we had to revert back to the old way of recording. All the while, you're working with a microphone that seems to have just fell apart, and you bodged it back together in Blue Peter style.
Okay, so the microphone is fine. It's the connection between the microphone and the stand. See, I seem to have lost the little screw bit that kind of connects the two. So at the moment, only having realised that just before we started recording, it's kind of just resting on there. As long as I don't touch it,
or breathe too heavily.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
But yeah, you know, it's as ever the chaotic DIY fashion that we tend to go through.
Hey ho!
What are we? Audio technicians?
No,
definitely not.
I'm not even sure what I am in life. What are we drinking? Just a big swig of it. It's very sour.
Oh my God. Oh. It's called Slaked, and it's from Otherworld Brewing.
Okay.
From Edinburgh.
And what is it then?
It's a jasmine and Rowaka sour beer.
Oh my God.
Now, I was putting this one to the test by going first with it because I know how thirsty and gagging for a beer you were while we're trying to get all this sorted. And I figured, well, if he enjoys a sour beer based on that, it just goes to show that thirst will pretty much make you happy to drink anything.
Yeah. I'm giving it a lot more thrift, I guess.
Than you would.
Because it's a sour beer, which I'm not a big fan of. And it's also got jasmine in, which I'm not a big fan of. Rowaka. That's right, it's fine. Quite a lot of Rowaka. But it's decent. It's quenching a thirst.
Yeah, it's... I don't think I'm hot for it, but...
No, it's not my favourite style in the world, but noble effort of the world.
God loves a try.
It's not that sour, Mike. That's making you wince.
No.
You got proper winky eye.
It's fine. It's just I'm not a fan of jasmine.
Jasmine.
What is this?
Jasmine.
Curry house.
Yeah. Or a...
Do you eat jasmine in a curry house?
You get jasmine rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has that got jasmine in it?
Probably. I'd hope so. Otherwise, it's a weird name, isn't it?
It would be a bit less filled. What's on the agenda today?
We're going to be talking about what we've been up to recently. You've been off on your travels again.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the most recent video we've put out.
Yep.
And we're going to talk a little bit about our favourite company in the world, BrewDog.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Yeah.
And then we're going to wrap up with some exciting things we're looking at doing in the next month or so. So, yeah, it's going to be fun-backed. However, there is a bit of a downer in the atmosphere around Birmingham and the West Midlands and the surrounding area because we've just lost the great Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Sharon!
Apparently he screamed Sharon and then just disintegrated into a shit ton of bats and flew off.
You'd hope that was the way. Yeah.
It's a lot cooler than most deaths.
Just raining down rabies on people as he left.
Pretty cool.
Fuck you, nurses.
Fuck you, doctors going on strike.
So yeah, we decided to name this podcast in his honour. A really rubbish beer-based pun.
Did we? Have we decided this?
Yes, we have. Well, I have. So it's happening.
Okay. What is it?
Today's episode
is the Brune
No. Black IPA. No, that's rubbish.
like this.
No, we're going to call it Shot in the Dank.
Nice. A shot in the dank.
Which also sounds like one of those videos I watched on the internet the other night.
As it's got a kind of pornographic.
Yeah.
But I mean that's what Ozzy would have appreciated.
You've been shot in the dank.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think you'd know if I had.
Try anything once. Sometimes twice.
Okay, well, I quite like that. So, shot in the dank. I mean, what is also nice about that is it potentially opens up all sorts of possibilities for who could brew it. I can already think of a couple of breweries off the top of my head that would pick that based solely on the metal theme.
Yeah,
and the pun.
Definitely. I don't know if they'd name it this, but just because it's a metal-based homage, I think we should go with Black Iris.
Black Iris all day, every
Black
day.
Iris.
Yeah. And also, you know, I mean, it is the East Midlands, but it's still
close.
It's still Midland.
Yeah, near neighbour.
Yeah. What sort of style of it? I mean, would it be a black IPA? I think it kind of has to be.
I think, well, because it's Aussie, it'd probably be flavoured with every drug known to man. Oh, lovely.
Well, that sounds
a nice double Coke IPA.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was big into the heroin. I think maybe he was big into heroin.
I think
at some point.
Yeah, he'll have done it all.
And we'll finish off with a nice sort of scattering of mashed up ants. He did snort a load of ants, didn't he?
He did.
In front of Motley Crue, I believe.
Well, that was always the thing with him, wasn't it? It was these ridiculous stories which were almost stranger than fiction. Like I heard about the, obviously as everyone has done, the biting the head off the bat on stage, which is true.
It is true. You just didn't know he was a real bat.
Yeah, and I didn't realise that. I think it was before that, about 6 months prior, there was an incident with some doves, and he decided to bite the head off some doves as well.
And before he stuck a herring up his rectum.
I'm gonna have to say that one's true.
I'll tell you what is true.
What?
During the sort of mid-80s period of Ozzy Osbourne, which probably wasn't his best, really, he had the exact same haircut as my Auntie Melanie. And that's just a fact.
Auntie Mel.
So, you know.
She would have looked pretty cool then.
No,
that reminds me of there was a quiz round that someone was telling me about that is it's just a hair-based round.
Nice.
But is it George Michael or Princess Diana? And it's just a series of haircuts.
Wow.
Yeah, from the 80s.
I can see that'd be quite difficult, actually.
It would be. I think I might have to try and either find it or knock one together.
Yeah.
Because I reckon that'd be a challenge.
That's a good quiz round. I like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, to Ozzy.
Yeah, to Ozzy.
Chin chin.
Godspeed.
Satan speed, obviously.
Obvs. So, what have I been up to? I've been to Newcastle.
Have you?
Yeah, I went on a stag do.
Underlime?
No. Upon Tyne.
The Vegas of Staffordshire?
The Vegas of Stoke. Yeah. No, it was Upon Tyne.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was probably the best trip to Newcastle yet.
I've never been.
Been a few times.
Never been.
I've got to say, it's got a really good scene and a strange solidarity around it. And you know what I think this is? I think it's related to the fact, and this is going to sound weird, that it's a one club city. It's a city with only one football team.
Got you.
And I think that kind of pretty much just kind of keeps everyone together. It gels people together because they've all got that in common, unless they don't follow football or come from somewhere else. But generally, everyone's just always in a really good mood. A lot of people on mobility scooters.
I don't want to sort of cast aspersions, but that's the kind of mental image I get.
We went to some really rough pubs. We had 2 pubs recommended to us by a guy who randomly just heard us trying to find somewhere to go. And he was like a proper, I mean, he would have been sad that Ozzy died. I think his name was Eddie.
But
But he was like basically just some biker looking motherfucker. And he's like, oh, I'll tell you where you guys need to go. And he gave us the name of two places. I think one was called The Clock and the other was called, I can't remember, but they were just up the road from each other. And I think because this biker looking guy had recommended them, I just had this thing in my head that maybe it was going to be like the Gifford in Wolverhampton or something. It was going to be like some sort of, rough ass heavy metal pub. Or the Mitre.
As it used to be.
Yeah, in Stourbridge. No. What it was very much...
a bubble tea bar.
No, it was rough, man. It was rough, full of people on...
You got the rough bit right then.
Mobility scooters. It was like a council pub.
Like an estate pub.
And they were showing... There was a lot of horse racing going on.
Yeah.
I suppose makes sense.
Yeah.
You got Newcastle and the Bladen races.
Was there a guy... no, they wouldn't have been indoors, but I could just imagine a guy sort of at the bar with a sort of spitty little rolled up cigarette hanging out the corner of his mouth constantly.
I think there was. It was disgusting. I drank Nuki Brown from the bottle in both.
just for your own health. Yeah.
I just didn't want to touch.
I've been to
I just don't want to touch anything that they're pushing right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was. I'm trying to remember the name of the other one, but I can't remember. I had my first ever pint of Foster's in a very long time.
Foster's?
At a karaoke bar.
I've not had Foster's in years.
Called the Singing Canary.
Nice.
And for those of you who've got me on Untapped, you'll probably have seen me check it in. But you know what? It came in a Foster's glass. It was really carbonated, big, thick, bubbly head. And I really wanted to hate it, but it wasn't that bad.
I love the fact you're going, look, it's all I could ask for. It didn't give me gut rot instantly. It was cold. It seemed to be some kind of carbonated liquid, and that's all I'm after at this stage.
A nice bit of wet. And you know what? It was fine. It's, it's not going to win Beer of the Year.
No, it's not going to win Beer of the Year, Chris. But with this and your Doom Bar thing, from last time, it's like, what's going on with you?
Well, those videos haven't come out yet, but yeah, there's some videos that are going to.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: Doom Bar makes an appearance in Chris's list of quality beers, and we need to have a word with him. Something's happening.
Maybe the money's got to me.
The money.
Molson Coors have slipped me an envelope.
Big beer's got to you.
Yeah. We can talk about that later.
You can pay your tab at the Hot Vault then, because
other than that, so the Singing Canary, which I wouldn't recommend to anyone. It's a karaoke bar.
Oh God, I hate karaoke.
We went there at like 4:00 in the afternoon, and Rob, one of the guys that we were with, he went on and just, he belted out a tune.
He absolutely ruined, absolutely destroyed Toon by Natalie Imbruglia.
No, it
4:00 in the afternoon.
I don't know what's wrong with my memory right now, but I can't remember what it was that he sang, but it was excellent.
Yeah, it's that Foster's. Turns out there was some side effects.
Yeah, I think so. Other than that, though, other places of worth mentioning was a bar that's like a gaming, like arcade bar.
A bit like Kong.
Kind of like what Tilt, I mean, we can talk a little bit about this later. Tilt. A bit like Tilt was, but a lot more tech stuff. So a lot more like, Nintendo 64s and old arcade machines. It's called Four Quarters.
I've heard of that.
And it was really good. And you know what they had there that I really enjoyed up until I had a beer?
Foster's.
No, it was had this thing that it was basically a mystery beer. So for £4.50, you just get given a can that's got no label on it.
Okay.
And all that there is on the bottom is just the ABV.
Right, no best before.
There is a best before on there, and there were in.
That's good.
They weren't out of date.
No.
Yeah, I don't know why they were doing it.
Here. Okay.
but I drew the short straw because I got what I'm pretty sure was something like Clusters by Neon Raptor. It was like a peanut butter, low ABV, like 6% stout.
It's worse.
I really didn't want it.
You don't want it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Was it hot as well?
No, this was in the evening.
Oh, okay.
But what I really wanted was a hoppy boy like everyone else
Yeah.
looked out and got, and no one wanted to swap with me. So I played the game of Mystery Beer and lost, but I thought it was a really nice novel idea.
And you were thinking at that point, oh, God, I'd do anything for a pint of Foster's.
Yeah.
Anything.
I was gagging for it. Other places worthy of mention, obviously went to Wylam.
Well, I was going to say there must have been a big brewery you went to.
Wylam, Don Zoco.
Of course.
Legend Steve. You're a legend, Steve. He's also a Patreon because good friends subscribe to other people's Patreon.
It's just what friends do.
It is. And that's what Legend Steve does. He's a hop lord.
He is. In more ways than one.
He's got the power of a god. But no, so he bumped into one of his idols at Don Zoco.
Oh.
Cy King of the
one remaining.
the remaining hairy biker.
Oh, I like Psyche.
Yeah, he got a really nice. It's got a good head of hair in it. A good bit of style.
I mean, I wouldn't say he was an idol.
He's Steve's idol.
That's amazing.
It's nice.
Amazing. Is he not a big fan of Dave Myers?
Steve was like saying to him that his favourite recipe, or no, his missus' favourite recipe is the boiled egg curry that they did.
Nice.
But for a 5-10 minute conversation, Steve got a lot out of it. I think we're going to have him on the podcast one of the days because there's a few other things I don't want to argue about or just to.
He can go off on one if you need him to. Yeah.
So we can perhaps just get him to talk about some of the stuff that Cy King once said to him.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll choose a subject and he's got to talk about that subject non-stop for 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's great. Oh,
without taking a breather. Anyway, yes, so I've changed the beers. So we're now drinking a bit of a modern classic, really. And it's Big Stupid Westie by that there Verdant. 6.8%. This is version 5. It's just
one's got a bit of Nelson in it, hasn't it?
It's just a really, really good West Coast. It's got Chinook, Citra, Mosaic, Simcoe, and a bit of Nelson. Don't do that. It sounds like you've been shot in the dank.
Do some sexy noises.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like we're playing tennis.
Okay, let's not do that anymore.
No.
That was awful. Anyway, Big Stupid Westie, very good. Lovely.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Wylam was great. Don Zoco was really, really cool.
Is it? What's the beer like up there? Is it all lager? Have they got different? Have they got guests on?
No, well, it is pretty much all Don Zoco, but they do a bit more than you think.
Yeah, I don't know much about Don Zoco outside the amazing big lagers they do.
They had a smoked cherry bock, which was really, really
We're still
good.
in lager territory.
Yeah, it's still in lager territory, but yeah.
Oh,
they had a hazy pale that were promoting because of the Hairy Bikers thing. They'd done a collaboration with.
That's right. Oh yeah.
And it was called proper
APA leak.
I can't remember what it was called. It was fine.
All right, dude. Right, dude.
Why yeah, but
pass it a bit of pasty there, dude.
I also I went to a strip club and found the question that really gets the strippers that really gets them hot and bothered.
What's that then?
So when they come and nag you, you just say to them, enough about that. What's your favourite thing about me? What do you love the most about me? If nothing else, because they are vying for your attention, they'll like compliment your eyes or your necklace to your hair.
What I like to say to the working girls in the strip club is if they come over, I go, so sparkler, yes or no?
Yes, there you go. That's a really good one. Yeah.
Pros and cons. Hit me.
I mean, you would probably also ask questions about them being freelancers and IR35. How do you get around that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. They probably would be inside IR35 because they're on the same premises.
Yeah.
And they're doing the same job.
Well, there you go.
and they don't detract from that. So there's an argument to say all strippers are inside IR35 for tax reasons.
Bosher. How was that for an advert?
Bosh, indeed.
Yeah.
So we've just released a new video. It's probably been out for a couple of weeks at this point when you listen to this, but it's something we recorded a while back, and our Patrons got exclusive access to it ages ago. So what are you doing not being a patron? That's what I've got to say to you. Go to our Patreon and sign up. But with new video being released, and it's our new format,
a new podcast,
a new show we've done called Death Row Beers.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was. Enjoyed that.
And our first guest, who after we harassed him into submission, he agreed to come on, was the one and only Big JG.
Yeah,
the Johnny Garrett. Yeah. From the what's he called, the craft something channel. I don't know, maybe you've heard of it. The craft beer channel. And he came on, and he was good sport.
Good value,
above and beyond, I'd say. And basically, why it was a big win for us is because we hadn't really cemented the format, and it was very much when we reached out to Johnny, it was us going, "Can you come on and just let us kick some ideas around and just run a loose format by you and just play along and see what works?" And for the most part, it worked very well.
Well, you threw in an extra wheel of justice, which wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
The idea is they bring us a controversial beer opinion, but it's such a kangaroo court that they're guilty anyway. Yeah, they're just guilty before they even know.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, the concept is what Chris said, but we kind of invented this kind of dark underworld of this secret society that's running the world, but its laws are based on beer, because that would happen.
Yeah.
And
vice agents have grabbed these.
The dark agents of this organisation are stealing people and extraditing them and put them away in an underground lair hidden away from society for their controversial beer opinions.
Black bagging them for looking too hipster.
Yeah. And then locking them away, and they basically get put on trial for their controversial beer opinion, and they along the way they get asked various different questions that kind of fills in their beer history.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. It's just a way of interviewing people.
It's
in a fun little way.
Something a bit different.
A mildly sadistic way, because it ends up with them dying.
Or not.
Well,
Johnny survived.
He shouldn't have. It was absolute swizz.
But it does leave him open to come back at some point.
Yeah.
Because that has more.
Yeah, hopefully everyone gets found guilty and they all die in the future.
Yeah. I mean, that's
my dream.
That's the plan. But yeah, no, it's good. We've got some really nice guests lined up for it. I think we're thinking of doing this one as a series-based, like a season-based thing. So we'll do season 1, which will kind of drop all in one go on the Patreon, or we'll release them, we'll drip feed them.
Yeah, because this is very much a pilot we do with Johnny.
Yeah.
So we've got to iron out a few wrinkles, like me remembering how it actually works.
Yes.
That would help.
Always helps.
Just throwing in curveballs left, right, and centre.
That'll come with practice. And to be honest, it worked quite nicely because he was found guilty by the thinnest of margins.
Yeah, it was good. An extra level of jeopardy was thrown in.
Or was he? It was literally the most guilty he could have been. That was it.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I can't remember. Yeah. All I can remember is he had a controversial beer opinion about Guinness.
Yeah.
So please go and watch the video if you've not seen it. I think that will ruffle a few feathers. I think it already has ruffled a few feathers.
I think on the most part though, craft beer nerds are on his side.
Yeah, I'm speaking to people in the pub about it though, and a few people got a little bit animated about it.
What?
I've been to Dublin.
It does taste better.
Does it though? And then we got a bit of an insight into things like the first beer he drank, his favourite beer he's ever had,
beer he's drunk most of.
beer he's drunk most of, and all along the way, kind of filling in, a bit of his history and his career to date, and just get to know him really. So I think it was a really nice way of getting to know people.
His irrational but wholly justified hatred of Katy Perry.
Yes, that went on a bit, didn't it? I was worried for Katie at the end of that.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
I cut it down. Yeah, because
he got demented.
well, we went too far.
Did we? I can't even remember.
We all went too far.
And we don't want Katie's lawyers on our ass.
No, well, maybe we do. I don't know. I've never been sued, but part of me thinks, I don't know, why not?
I wouldn't mind being sued by Katy Perry. I mean, she's pretty much on the downward trajectory, isn't it? By all
publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Unless you're on Epstein's list.
Oh, yeah, that's not good publicity.
I mean, how can that man not just style this out? Everyone knows he's a reprobate. Trump?
I thought you meant Johnny. Jesus.
I was about Trump. Sorry, I just veered off onto the Epstein list.
Yeah, just to clarify, Johnny Garrett is not on the Epstein list, as far as we know. Johnny, if I'm wrong, correct us.
Christ, what are we doing now?
I'm sure we'll be fine. Chris has just choked on his West Coast.
That's some of that big stupid Westie is coming out my nosy.
Shot in the tank.
If we like this next beer, which is Deya's Fluorescence, then I've got another can in my fridge and we could just have another one.
Now, I bought this from the shop because you were raving about it.
I loved it.
And this is Deya's Fluorescence. They've done quite a lot of since recently, haven't they?
There's Essence, which is the cask.
Senescence,
which is a IPA or something.
I forget what that is actually.
And then there's Fluorescence, which is...
It's a New Zealand dipper.
This reminded me very much of this stupid Mega Terps thing that they had the other day, the other month, and I fucking loved it. There's just something great about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is Cascade, Motueka, Nelson Sauvin, Nectaron, big New Zealand Hopfest. I'm looking forward to it. It smells massive from here.
It's so good.
It's like arm's length away from
it. It just makes me smile.
Oh,
like just
that's a peachy boy.
They are
killing it.
Yeah, they are killing it. I hope we get to work with them more in future.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed, eh? Say no more. Chap.
Nudge, wink.
Okay, so what we're talking about? Oh, yeah, so got loads more people coming on to Death Row Beers, but we'll make it a little bit more polished.
Anyone else that you want to see on there, let us know.
Yeah. Interesting people. Brewers, absolutely. Yeah, if there's some good characters. But yeah, maybe more sort of beer-adjacent folk.
Well, I'm thinking that the way... Because we're going to do this as a seasons-based thing. And I'm thinking that each one should have like 2 brewers, 2 beer writers, or...
something of that ilk. Yeah, something a bit different from just brewers saying how much they like beer. Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe other people like, I don't know, marketers or...
Rick Astley,
yeah. Why not?
Yeah, why not? We should get Tom Holland, that there Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because...
Is it the one that does this Impossible Brew thing, or is that something else?
No, but it's the... Oh, God, what's he called? It's the alcohol-free beer he does.
I'm getting spammed by Impossible at the moment on social media. It's like, have you tried our tipper?
No.
No.
I'm not going to either.
And also, I'm pretty sure their marketing keeps saying, don't try this tipper. And I'm like, all right, then you've convinced me.
Yeah, done.
Solved. You now don't have to pay your money. And you won't try and send me alcohol-free tipper. Sounds like a deal.
I'm so susceptible to marketing.
Yeah.
I will do exactly what you say.
Yeah.
Anyway, an alcohol-free tipper sounds absolutely rank.
Someone did do it, didn't they? And I'm not Northern Monk, maybe.
I'm not having it.
Oh.
No.
Anyway, I love this Daya beer.
Anyway, that's great. Yep.
What else are we going to talk about? Steve Powers, the Doom Bar.
Yes.
We've been asked to bring it back.
We have.
We've had requests. People saying, "Oh, bring back the Doom Bar. Stop giving us good news. We don't care."
Don't care about the good news. Just give us sheer abject misery.
Just a misery that, makes me want to drink.
I've got something for the Doom Bar then.
Well, I mean, Birmingham's just pretty much a Doom bar.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that and then lead into the sort of big news story of today, because that's Doom. It's Doom Bar depending on which way you're looking at it from, I think.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Birmingham and a city in rapid decline when it comes to various different things, but specifically, obviously for us, beer.
Five closures. So there was Tilt in Birmingham, which is the craft beer bar that was also like a pinball cafe.
Yep, that's been there for years.
It has. Post office vaults.
Again, a long-standing bar has finally gone.
The Gunmakers Arms.
I didn't know the Gunmakers had gone.
Yeah, Gunmakers has gone, and one that's in Digbeth that I can't remember the name of, which I do have somewhere.
Spotted Dog?
No, it's
The
not
Anchor?
Spotted Dog. Don't know. Might not be the Anchor.
I hope not. I don't know about the one in Digbeth.
I will find it for you. No.
Oh, God, it's getting worse by the second, isn't it?
The Anchor.
It is the Anchor. Oh, it's a shame.
A legendary pub
Yep.
that served for 228 years.
Blimey.
Yeah.
I mean, the landlord had to retire after that long, right?
Exactly. And Wildcat over in Sturch.
Yeah, which didn't hit me with a massive shock, actually, because every time I've been Wildcat over the past year or so, it's just been dead. But Tilt, you know what? Out of all those, Anchor notwithstanding, I think the writing was on the wall anyway, because Tilt, if you've never been to Tilt or you don't know Birmingham, Tilt was quite a well-known weird bar because it was in an old building, like a lot of places in Birmingham are, and it had multiple floors to it. And one of the floors went down really far into what is essentially...
I thought you meant like negative aspects.
Yes, well, it had some of that as well.
Yeah.
But you go down and you're basically underground when you go to the toilet. It just smells like damp down there. It smells like you're in a Subway or something. Not the sandwich shop, an actual Subway. But it was populated with, as you said, pinball machines, which is great. And they did amazing coffee, and they did a really good range of beer, but hugely pricey.
Yeah.
So they did some really standard stuff, like I think Lost and Grounded, Hellas was always on.
Yeah.
For example, great if you wanted that, but they always had some kind of big American beers on and some
Regular Emperors was always on.
Big stouts, but they weren't cost effective, and you'd always go in there expecting to pay well over the odds for even. You'd find it expensive in normal craft bars, but it was in a really shitty place.
Horrible. And
shitty.
When me and you went to the Jaws gig, we took a venture into Birmingham, didn't we, from Digbeth? And I think we were both bowled over really by
I felt
how horrible.
So I just looked at this city which I've loved all my life, and it's just gone to the dogs, man.
It's really grim because you walk in from Digbeth into the city centre, and you're kind of walking through, what is the shopping quarter, like the
throngs.
You've got the
people,
the bull ring, but then you've got shops that are just closed down, boarded up,
just sad.
Then next door to the Apple store or the DJI Ronin shop where they sell high-end drones.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? It's like a real tale of two.
And there's all these old, historically beautiful Victorian shopping precincts, really aesthetically beautiful places architecturally. And they're all vacant. They're just like, there's nothing there. And it's just ghost towning. And you just know it's going to be developed into something shitty. But unfortunately, for the most part, it probably needs to happen because it's just rotten. And Tilt was probably the last remnant of something good in that sort of shitty area.
Yeah.
I kind of thought the area was particularly bad a few years back when I was walking to Tilt, actually, and someone was doing a shit in a doorway, just 2 doors down.
Yeah,
it was my wife, but
You can't take her anywhere.
I
Paul.
thought you'd have to do it here, wouldn't it, just to prove my point?
Yeah, yeah. She loves it.
She loves shitting in public.
Yeah, it does come to something when, because there are good elements to Birmingham. It's just not Birmingham Centre. It's Sturchley.
It's a sort
where
of,
you've got Attic, Glasshouse, Birmingham Brew Co, and you've got Brew Export moving in as well.
That's really exciting.
Yeah,
that's really. So if they get a full-on American craft bar in Sturchley, next door or very close to Glasshouse, that's a good day out.
Yeah,
that's a good day out. All they have to do is look at Beer Temple in Amsterdam and replicate something like that in terms of the beer they're serving.
Yeah,
and go that.
just this, please.
I will go there every weekend without fail. You know, I'm really excited about that. But Birmingham, we've said it a bunch of times. I've been quite down on Birmingham, and I've got no reason to stop being down on it at the moment.
Except for the food.
Except for the food, it's exceptional for restaurants and even cocktail bars and wine bars. Places like Loki and Arch 13. I went to the other week with Hannah on a date day, which was lovely.
Grain and Glass, which is nuts. It's a proper little dive bar. When we went into Grain and Glass, it was during the heat wave a few weeks back, and it must have been about 35 degrees in there. You had to wash cheese out your moustache.
Yeah, well, I'll do that usually. That's just a Wednesday. So there's some really good little places, but we've lost Till, we just mentioned there, but things like Dig Brew's long gone. Who else used to be there? Crikey, can't even remember.
I mean, not that I really like them, but that there's Somar things.
Yeah, Somar.
Something dodgy going on with them.
Yeah,
but yeah, they kept opening and closing, and
we've lost so much stuff over the past 5 years. It's been ridiculous.
There is a society bar moving in.
Yes, there is actually.
I'm pretty sure that's Vocation.
That's Vocation.
Yeah. So,
I don't know where they're going to be.
I thought it was somewhere around Snow Hill.
Good stuff. But yeah, we had the North Bar there for a bit. That went pretty quickly. So so it's all a bit.
It's all a bit sad. Hall V2 was there,
but you just and we've said it before. But you look at Brum, and then you've mentioned Newcastle. I rave about Sheffield and Manchester all the time, and Bristol. They're so far ahead. Yeah. Just so far ahead when it comes to craft beer and the craft beer scene. It's remarkable. So, yeah, let's hope it picks up.
Indeed. But also, just on a relevant note to Birmingham and also to the Ozzy Osbourne thing that we've got going on, there is currently a campaign now to save the pub which Black Sabbath first
the station
played in. Yeah,
the station. Yeah, he got I'm pretty sure he got given heritage status this year, and then for some reason it was rescinded.
Rescinded.
I'm thinking of hair.
Yeah, they just lost its head. Not like Ozzy. Ozzy never did.
No.
He went to Turkey quite a lot.
I don't know if I told the story, but he went past my auntie once and he said, "That's the one I want." And he pointed to her hair and
took that to his Turkish barber.
Yeah, took a photo.
The
station. So no, there's a massive campaign again, given fresh fuel by Ozzy's demise. So
all it takes is one dying. Oh Christ!
Yeah,
Christ.
Apropos nothing, right? Ozzy looked awful at the last gig. Obviously,
sounded great,
but obviously he was really ill, and he's holding on in there, bless him. But the other guys look great.
I know.
Only Iommi looks like a man 20 years younger.
Geezer Butler.
He looks like my accountant.
It's a bit weird. It's like when you see the remaining two Beatles, and for some reason Ringo Starr looks like George Michael.
Ringo Starr looked awful last time I saw him.
No,
I mean he looked awful.
He looks like he's been a man that's been worked on,
like George Michael.
I guess so. Yeah,
a man worked on by other men.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that. Funnily enough, my auntie Mel used to have the same haircut as Ringo Starr, but in 1994.
she's an icon to the stars.
I don't know who's copying who.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Well, your Auntie Mel sounds like an avant-garde fashion icon.
Yeah, avant-garde. She invented ambient music as well. Brian Eno. Brian Eno has got the same haircut as my Auntie Mel's got now. Right, so that's the station. I think there's go and sign up to the campaign to save the station, because it's basically it's on the same street as the best cinema that was.
Yeah, the
electric cinema in Birmingham. God, that place was amazing, but that got closed down. So it looks like the whole street's in danger of being redeveloped by some unscrupulous Japanese businessmen, apparently.
Yeah,
who want to rip out the heart of the city.
That's classic.
So hopefully not.
That's progress, baby.
That's progress, baby.
Right, shall we move on after this ad break to more Doom Bar?
Right, good.
The Fantasy Beer Name podcast is sponsored by Mosaic Board Printers, Europe's leading beer mat producer. They're thick and they're juicy because they absorb New England IPAs, not to mention other beer styles. Buy some beer mats today with the code PLANETBEERTV. 10% off your first order. Mosaic Board Printers. You can use beer mats for anything. I use mine for business cards, so don't delay, order now.
Welcome back.
Oh man, that beer we just had, that day beer was so good. We can have another one.
I knew that you wouldn't resist. You would not be able to resist.
Nailed it, mate. Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. Oh God.
You're all right. You seem very tired.
I'm not tired. I think all that weird tech support that we were trying to do earlier
Took it out, yeah.
is just it's thoroughly boring.
Very boring.
I just hate that shit.
It is very, very boring. You just want tech to work, right?
I thought that was the whole idea. Plug and play.
Yeah. Flying cars.
This is
and
why.
stuff that works.
This is what we like it when Luke's here.
Because he does everything for us.
He does everything for us. He's got his little mixer.
I mean, that mixer's amazing though. Just it's built for doing this kind of shit, isn't it? So
We could have bought one of them.
we could have bought one of them. Expensive, man. We need more Patreons.
We could have bought one of them and 2 microphones for the price of one of them. Brand new.
Oh, because you found a good second-hand deal, didn't you?
Yeah. Our other camera guy, Jack Rowley, found it.
If you're listening to this, people who haven't signed up to our Patreon, please think about giving to
This
a podcast team in need.
poor orphans.
Your donations go towards a mixing desk and 2 microphones. This is Chris. Chris's microphone is hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
It's been raised up on a book called 1001 Beers, and not 2, but 3 placemats.
Yeah.
So it reaches his massively tall head.
Well, what I realised from doing all the editing on this, Lex, is that having the mic as close to your mouth as possible is the rule. It's the law.
Okay.
So we also do our People in Beer podcast, don't we?
Yeah.
And you've got your own little setup at home. I'm afraid you're going to need to buy an arm, I think. You're too far away from your microphone.
It's only because I'll keep moving. I can get closer.
You should. You should be like this.
Well,
I just like giving you harsh criticism.
yeah, live.
But yeah, so...
But I think you should get a leg.
Yeah, or maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll run a marathon.
I think you should start pressing record. That's what I think you should start doing.
Christ, I thought you scared me then. I thought I had to record.
Just to throw it out there, guys, Chris, for 2 weeks running now, has failed to press start on 2 very important pieces of equipment.
Yep.
And he has a go at me.
It's always audio stuff. Right, onwards with Steve Powers, Doom Bar.
Legend Steve.
Right, you wanted to bring this subject to the table because you couldn't stop
Laughing. No, that's not.
wanking.
That's not true at all. I mean,
Yeah, I can see you're doing it right now.
and that really hurt.
Why did that hurt?
I just pulled the excess bit of skin off my cheek. Right, so this is only Doom Bar, I guess, if you're you're really waiting for the collapse of capitalism. So this is a nice small segue into that world, hopefully. BrewDog,
Yes.
they seem to be hitting a bit of a stumbling block, don't they?
Yes, there was a really interesting article I read. Funnily enough, on LinkedIn, someone had done an article
Yeah, I read that.
which basically it's just, I don't know, some finance shyster. I don't know, but he's bringing to
On LinkedIn, though.
on LinkedIn, yeah,
10 things BrewDog taught me about multi-tier marketing.
yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah,
it was
probably.
something like that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, what he was talking about was how crowdfunding could actually be fraud.
Sweeping statement, but go.
But I mean, it kind of is in this instance because
It is in this instance.
when you start including venture capitalists,
That's not crowdfunding, though. That's just locusts with a fucking certificate.
but the people who did invest, these punks with equity, are likely to get absolute jack shit.
yeah.
There is no money because what's actually happened in this instance is the venture capitalists who've joined these VCs, these vault cities of sorry, I shouldn't have done that. VC just reminds me of that. But what they've essentially done is they've whacked interest on their investment. So the longer that they go with not making their money back, they're actually whacking on a percentage. And VCs always get their money back
Who
first.
signed that deal?
I don't know.
Which fucking idiot. Oh, in fact, you know what's going on.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't need to look too hard at that, do you? But ultimately, what it means is during James Watt's moment of humility after the 2022-2023,
These earnest.
yeah, where he gave away like 200 million shares of his own shares,
Yeah, bless
it
him.
now looks like
It was offloaded.
it's probably worth nothing.
Hmm.
It's not going to be worth anything because unless at the moment, it looks like they need to sell. Otherwise, they're kind of, I don't want to say fucked because I don't think they're fucked, but it's not good. And also, they've just closed 10 venues across.
That's the Doom Bar part of this, to be honest with you. It's the fact that, you know, the staff and the people who make BrewDog good are always behind the bar, these places, right? Yeah, they're closing some flagship stores as well. There's a couple of big ones
Camden?
in Camden. There's a couple of big ones in London. Up in Scotland
Aberdeen.
as well. Aberdeen's going, yeah. I haven't seen the full list, actually, the 10 that go in, but it's that's shit.
Yeah.
And it's not needed in an industry that's already on its knees, to be honest with you. However, BrewDog as an entity are just beyond a joke, really. They've done everything wrong in the past 5 years, haven't they? 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
Everything. All spearheaded by that colossal turd who's since run away.
I mean, say what you really think. I mean, you are. So
Yeah. I found this article from the New Statesman.
yes.
And it's absolutely biting about it. And they're talking about the VCs, the Victoria Corrans, and all that stuff you just mentioned there, and how it's just been a colossal waste of everybody's time, basically. And you know, all these equity punks are getting absolutely nothing for this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest.
Shock.
Horror. I've got to read this last paragraph because it just made me laugh, because this just sums up the whole
Rigmarole.
rigmarole about it. But in 2024, James Watt stepped down from his role as CEO after 17 years to take a bit of time off to travel and to spend more time with my family and friends, says James, etc., etc., etc. Watt has found a second wind as something of an online celebrity, creating banal video content with his wife, Georgia Toffolo, who's apparently from Made in Chelsea.
Is that a real name?
Yeah, Toff's her nickname.
Oh, okay.
So she's proud of it, apparently.
Okay.
Launching a Dragon's Den style TV show called House of Unicorns, which I still haven't seen, and rubbing shoulders with Jim Davidson and Lee Anderson at Nigel Farage's 60th birthday party.
Punk.
Woo! Hey, someone tell the Clash to stand down. There's some new punks in town.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, God, just what a farce.
I mean, yeah, I think this is the thing, right? In this situation, you either you go down swinging, you get bought out, sell out, and get never seen of again, like Logan Plant, or you become the thing that you end up railing against, or that you initially railed against. You literally become the man.
Yeah, but he's done it. He's gone so far down the opposite route of what I imagine would have been his kind of spur on mentality when he was a young, visionary entrepreneur. It's almost laughable. It's like he's designed the worst version of the person he can become.
Yeah.
He's going, what should I do now? Rip off our shareholders and then go and hang around with Nigel Farage?
I'd love to get him on the podcast and just say, we don't want to talk to you. And that's it. Just kick him off. I'm joking, by the way. I wouldn't do that.
You know what?
I'd take the interview.
I don't know. I hate James Watt with every fibre of my being. I think he's an awful people.
I don't think he'd be that bad when you speak to him.
Probably not.
I think he'd just relate to him and like, yeah, okay, fine.
It's always the way we already seen the worst and the best of people, obviously. Yeah. But he does wear that hat all the time.
Yeah.
So, you're allowed to punch him for that. But, they've done a lot of good BrewDog because they've created jobs and they've bought areas of city centres and towns which perhaps wouldn't have had much life to them. They've brought life back to them, and you can see the good, and the people have learned a lot about beer through them and been introduced to breweries. They train their staff apparently quite well in the ways of beer. They don't pay them very well.
No. I've got to say as well, when I went to Manchester on a stag do and Newcastle on the stag do recently, we swung by the BrewDog, and you know what? The staff in there are lovely.
Yep.
The guest beers that they have on are awesome generally as well. Like they get stuff which you just think, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, well, it's when we went to York, and it was a bit of an odd day, and we're just in stag do hell. We took refuge in this little BrewDog, and it was a little BrewDog. And the guy behind the bar was amazing. He loved Ziggy, our dog, and he wanted to take a photo of him and give her treats. They had Fidens on tap. Nice pizza. It was great until the hen do came in.
And then James Watt came in immediately afterwards and took them onto the roof.
And everyone got diddled on the roof. As per custom, every time you enters a BrewDog.
Yes, very good.
Whose turn is it to be diddled on the roof? If I was a James Watt. That's diddle on the roof.
Who wants a good watting? You can just imagine he comes into the room and goes, say what?
Right, who wants fingering? Right. Not me, I'm on minimum wage. Tough shit on the roof.
Yeah. Not living wage anymore. Minimum wage.
You're not even living wage.
Not even.
You can't even live on the shit we pay you. Anyway, so maybe this is the end, the beginning of the end for a BrewDog. We don't know. Remains to be seen.
I think it's got to end up in a sale, but ultimately, you wouldn't want to sell based on that news. That news there basically says you are fucked and you will get eaten for breakfast by Big Beer.
It's the venture capitalist thing. That's what VC stands for. I don't think there's a single story of venture capitalism in big business being successful for the business.
No,
because they go in, asset strip, burn it all down, take what's left.
yeah.
Look, it's happening with Asda. That's exactly what's happening with Asda.
But I think this is also the concern that we should raise with things like Northern Monk. Northern Monk are in this position to some degree. They've got investors. They've got outward investors.
It's a good point, though. I mean,
Vault City have recently done a thing.
there's levels. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we're not everyone's BrewDog all in on that investment because that's an extreme growth and early day success story. But you got to err caution on it. But you think of if you're the top of the pyramid when it comes to someone like Northern Monk, you're going to be got in this business probably just to hopefully make a shitload of money, sell up and move on. The concern of the people at the top probably is just that. When can I exit?
Yeah.
And when can I go and just go and live on my yacht somewhere and have a really nice life? But unfortunately, what you've done underneath that, you built the pyramid on I'm not going to say slaves.
No,
it's a lame the Egyptian metaphor, but you've now got loads of people who depend on that business. You've got the people who work at your bar, the big brew staff, everyone who just have come into the business based on the fact that they're working for a potential craft brewery, and then as soon as you're gone or leave it to the hands of some kind of vultures, probably who are going to take over and mass produce it.
Vulture capitalists,
vulture Coram.
Vulture Coram. Vulture City.
Then it just becomes really sad. And I know that's life and I know that's business, but it's the antithesis of craft.
Well, it's like you said, and like our boy Mark from the Hop Vault says, there is no money in beer. If you want to make money, don't do anything in beer.
Yeah.
Because you won't.
Because the only way you can make money is to go all in on the capitalist thing. And dilute.
I mean,
unfortunately for me, dilute your product.
Logan Plant did a great job in terms of setting up a brand, building a brand, and then selling it, and then becoming richer than his dad. Which I don't hold that against him.
I mean, that's remarkable, really.
It's a success story for him.
Yeah. I've never met Logan Plant. I have met Robert Plant though.
Yeah, he's
quite a few times actually.
From around here, lives down the road.
Drinks in my dad's pub.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Beavertown to me, they're still okay because
beer's naff.
The beer's naff. I don't mean that.
It's
just the way it happened. It was just really quick, organic. I know Logan Plant is not a self-made man by any stretch of the imagination.
No, he would have had a bit of help.
But everything was right about a quick introduction to this world. He was very early on in the UK as well, when no one knew what was going on. The branding was good. The beer was really good to start with. And then obviously, you sell and it all gets macro produced. But I almost don't care about that because it just happened so quickly and it introduced so many people, like BrewDog did to the world of craft. Me in particular, by the way.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It almost doesn't bother me, but that's because it just happened.
But this is the thing as well.
Without any fanfare, I guess, right?
There is scope for non-shit macros. And no, I'm not talking about Doombar. But I'm talking, we look at Germany and Belgium, and those beers are sold in bottle shops and indie craft venues, yet they are the furthest thing from what would be defined as small batch craft beer because they are made by industrial monsters.
Yep.
And it's literally down to a science the way they've made it. It's not so much an art form anymore, it's just science.
Yeah.
Like, this beer will taste like this because of X. I went to the Castile Rouge brewery in Castile Rouge, great beer. The Castile brewery in Belgium, it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And it's all automated by just a guy in a control panel.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is just completely locked down and sanitized, and just it's kind of got more in common with when you go to like big whiskey distilleries. You know, it's like it's just that, and there is room for that still. And you know, that's not to say that by being rich and successful and slightly corporate, you can't make a good name for yourself in craft beer. There is still room for that, but BrewDog definitely ain't done it.
Ain't it, Chief?
And
You know what? That's a really great point. Let's talk about that on the next podcast.
yeah,
Let's
get some guests in or something.
let's do that properly, because I think that's a really, really, really valid point and a really interesting point of discussion. You're right, though. BrewDog just happened to be the biggest and most promotion-worthy brand, and probably most newsworthy for sure because of all the stuff that's happened. But because of that, they had a lot of focus. They'd done it wrong. Certainly over the past recent years. So let's talk about that. Let's see, is there scope for UK breweries to do craft quality product that is respected? It's only the final part.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a bit of a longer one than usual, this, because...
That's what she said.
Because it feels like we haven't been together in what's going on there. Sometimes I've been to the toilet and gone for a piss.
I was going to say that
I was off in two directions, and that kind of was what that can was doing.
I mean, this looks. No offense to anyone who's listening, but this looks like a post jizz piss. It's spraying every direction.
Black piss.
No, not the colour, more the direction of the streams.
No, I'm with you.
You're with me.
I'm with you.
Like,
it's still black piss.
Oh man, look at the head on that bad boy.
That'd make a great beer name.
Anyway, we've changed direction with the beer completely.
What have we got?
So
it's not really stout weather, is it?
It's not stout weather, but this has been knocking around in my my beer boudoir for a while. So this is one of the Operation Genome projects from Aston. And this is a Cloudwater collab, and it's an Impy Stout, and it's cacao, vanilla, and everyone's favourite ingredient, Padan.
Padan? What's Padan?
I think it's like some kind of root.
Okay. Will I be able to taste it?
I don't know, because I don't really know what Padan tastes like.
Padan style. Remember that? What am I, Peter Kay? Just asking you if you remember.
Do you
remember Pandan style?
Do you remember weddings? Pandan? Do you remember that?
It's like, what the fuck?
Do you remember Tilly Teabags? Monkeys? Do you remember that? Fuck it up.
He's turned into a cunt, hasn't he?
He's always been a cunt.
I mean, yeah, I've never liked him.
But he has been absolutely brilliant as well. I still think Phoenix Night is one of the greatest pieces of comedy ever made.
I'm not going to lie, I've never seen it.
It's wonderful.
Is it?
It's wonderful.
I've never seen it.
It's funny as fuck. Anyway, this I'm trying to find the baby. Oh, it's 11%, Chris.
I mean, it's an MP.
What else did they do in the Genome series?
The smoothie sour that we had with Jaws.
Yes, we did have that.
A couple of dippers, I think.
They're just drinking smoothie sours with Jaws backstage. Backstage, yeah.
It wasn't a AAA pass, but it wasn't far off.
Yeah, we weren't allowed in the AAA.
No, we couldn't even get our kit back at the end.
Their overzealous security staff wouldn't let us in.
To be fair, you weren't talking any sort of English by the end of it.
How dare you?
You were trying to tell the guy, and you were like, and we've filmed, and we need to go in the back, and he's like, yeah, you're not coming in, mate. And then thankfully, Alex from the band came swooping down, and he was like,
does it sound like me at all?
Don't always lose your faculties.
Don't always lose my faculties.
But we did go to a wine bar, didn't we?
Wine bar. And I was also drinking like extreme amounts of lager, which is unlike me.
Camden Hells. That was Brooklyn, actually, I think.
I was in Brooklyn. Anyway, right, what we're talking about. So, what's next? Oh, how's the beer, by the way? I've not tried it.
Good, I can taste the pandan.
Yeah, well, it's the one thing I thought you'd be able to taste.
It's a bit tonkerish. I don't know if that is the padan.
I imagine it's that kind of.
There's something quite tonkery, about that. It's I like it.
Good beer.
Tonka splits opinion, but not with me.
Shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark.
They call that a callback.
Yes.
So
They get lazier and lazier.
They do, yeah, just say dude now. But I've gone from what's his name? Not Dave Myers, the other one.
Cy King.
Cy King to Scooby Doo now.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice day, dude.
Dog?
Dog. I know exactly what you're referring to now. Anyway, let's not get into it. So what we're doing next, we've got some exciting shit lined up.
Yeah, so we have received official confirmation that we will be returning to Rivington farm trip at the end of August.
Can't wait. Arguably the best beer festival in the UK.
Kind of is, yeah. I mean, unless your beer festival has a 10k run and paddleboarding in a reservoir.
Yeah, you see, I don't count those as the good bits. I count those as pure torture.
Yeah. I think I am going to do the 10k run this year.
Good for you, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just going to. I'm not even paddleboarding.
Although, hang on, you're not going to paddleboard.
No, when I came back, when we came,
you're going to feed the cows
when that Randy Bull, right? When we came back from paddleboarding, soaking wet, hungover,
and then have to interview 10 brewers.
I didn't like that, but I saw what's his name? Sorry, from White Horse.
White Horse, crazy horse.
No, that's
Wild Horse.
Wild Horse.
Wild Horse. That's the one.
White Horse is my local carver.
Chris from Wild Horse.
Chris from Wild Horse.
He was so hungover.
He was sat outside his tent on a lovely chair reading a book with the sun on him. He looked happy as Larry. I'm just going to do that.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, he was hungover when he came on to an interview.
I know he just looked happy at the time.
Yeah,
maybe he was still drunk. I don't know.
So, for those of you who were around last year, you'll remember that we did 10 speed dating sessions with 10 breweries, and the idea of that was 15-minute interviews, timed. Sometimes it went over. Most of the time, it went over on pretty much all of them.
It started off well for the first two, but then the odd minute start, and then everyone got completely pissed.
Well, you were saying that I'll just become an agent of chaos when I've had a drink, and you're there trying to say, we need to wrap this up now, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, Paul. How about this question here? And it's like, we're on 17 minutes now. We're on 18 minutes now.
There's people queuing up outside.
Yeah. So we want to do that again. Maybe we could do more than 10. I kind of want to do 11 just to beat last year's record.
Yeah, we'll stick a few more in. We'll start earlier. We'll do. We'll probably carry on a bit later as well. But we'll do more than 10. But the good thing about Rivington is you get to talk to breweries who you wouldn't get to talk to in any other walk of life because they come from far afield. They come from random places. You want to even associate with beer. We've had Transylvanian brewers. We've had people from Wales.
The Arctic Circle. Bowden.
I was trying to think. The first thing that came to my head was Wild Horse again, but they're just from Wales. So Wales not being too far away. So, but anyway, this year they've got some amazing breweries, which we can't say at the moment.
Well, they've released 2/3.
Yeah, but the two I want to say are in the last batch, and I want to say they've probably been released by the time this goes out anyway. But
for people out there, listeners, viewers, whatever, have a look at that list and tell us in the comments what you would like, who you would like us to target. Can't guarantee that we'll get them, but it'll give us a steer.
But there's brews from countries which we haven't spoke to yet, which I'm really excited about. Canada, there's a big Canadian influence this year.
Is there?
Yeah. That'd be good. But yeah, it's just really, really exciting.
I love it. It's another date in the calendar now, which just makes life slightly better. In the same way that when Putty Day comes around in January, it's like, Oh, there's no need to be like scared in January now because
Scared in January.
I don't have to be scared or depressed because something good's coming. And in the same way, it's like, oh, there's no need to fear the end of summer and the fact that, it's just back to school. We're going to do a summer live stream. I've just decided.
I'm not going to do it.
We're doing a summer live stream.
No, summer's over.
We're going to do one in August.
Don't you've just been scared of the fact that summer's.
I just want to do one. It's been a long time since we've been out there taking comments.
I'm not going to commit to the summer because the summer's running out pretty quickly, but I am going to commit massively to a Halloween one.
I think we need to do it sooner than that.
It doesn't matter. I'm doing a Halloween one. You can be there if you want.
We've got patrons and investors now to please.
Investors.
Yeah,
you've been pocketed.
We've got VCs to please. Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but.
Yeah. We've got Oktoberfest coming. We're going to do something for Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Probably at our local bottle shop, the Hot Vault.
Yeah, I kind of want to go on tour.
Could do.
But not very far.
Exactly.
We're going to maybe start a radio station.
Yeah, this is a thing that you've always been talking about. You've wanted to do a radio station. And there's obviously Ale and Audio who actually follow the rules of what it is to be a radio station.
Oh, they're above and beyond what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, you're not talking really about that. What you're talking about now is we found that the Patreon might be a place for you to be able to get your copyright music out there under the radar.
Yeah,
I don't know. Actually.
What I'd like.
Can we do that?
Yeah, of course we can.
Why not?
What I'd like to do, Patreons and other people who hopefully will join the Patreon, is every week or whatever it's going to be, we choose either an album, an artist, or a genre, and we just have an hour of listening to it with a couple of selected beers, and talk about, listen to the music, talk about it, have a jolly good time.
Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
Yeah, exactly, and introduce each other hopefully to some cool stuff we haven't heard.
Yeah. So that's something that's coming. It won't be live radio. It'll be like listening to something on BBC Sounds, like Sean Keaveney rock show or something.
Yeah. I'm based with the Zoe Ball of.
Why don't you be the Sean Keaveney?
Because he's better.
But you will be Zoe Ball.
Zoe Ball's bland and overpaid.
Yeah. Like you,
which I can absolutely, just get on board with.
Right, let's wrap this one up. Brilliant. We've gone too far.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you very much for listening to this one, guys. It's been a pleasure having you as always. In case you hadn't realised, we do have a Patreon. We implore you to go and check it out and subscribe to it, even if you just join on the free tier just to see and have a bit more visibility about what we're up to and what we're doing.
We've opened up the free tier, by the way, to the chat rooms now. So
not a free tier. Have we? Oh, have we done that now? Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so everyone's in now.
We certainly have, because we just want to engage conversation. So it seems a bit silly to lock people out. So join the Patreon, come and have a chat with everyone, see what you think, and if you like it, pay a few quid.
The Fantasy Beer Name podcast is brought to you by Planet Beer TV. This episode was recorded by Luke Bartlett. Thanks once again to our wonderful sponsors, Mosaic Board Printers.